Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me. My name is Cora Megan. I'm the director of the Shoreline Campus. And this morning, I just wanted to take a little bit of time to talk with you about emotion coaching for young children. We're going to talk about your child's range of emotions, and hopefully, you're going to walk away with some strategies to support your child's emotional intelligence. So as parents of young children, you likely see your toddler or preschooler expressing a wide range of emotions, and you might understand that they easily get overwhelmed by them. You see this in their behavior and how they express their emotions to you. And the reason for this is their brains are imbalanced. The right side of their brain is in charge of feelings and emotions. The left side of their brain is in charge of thinking and reasoning. And you might not be surprised to learn that the emotions brain is more active in young children all the time, but this is especially true when your child is upset. When they're feeling emotional, they're more likely to act out impulsively, explosively, irrationally. Why? Because that's just how their brain works. The important thing to remember is that how we react to our children's emotions in these moments teaches them whether feelings can be shared with us or need to be hidden from us. And we want children to grow up learning that they can rely on us to help make sense of their feelings, even when they seem downright ridiculous. Now, the most common way that parents and caregivers deal with distressful emotions is either with distraction. You don't need to be sad. Look over here instead. Let's do this instead. Or pressure to stop feeling upset. Don't be angry. It's not so bad. Cheer up. Don't let it hurt your feelings. You know all of those sort of examples. My favorite is everything happens for a reason. When someone tries to pressure you not to feel something, does it help you get over your feelings or does it frustrate you more? And we really want to reflect on these questions and keep them in mind while we are dealing with our children's strong emotions. So, what is emotional intelligence? It's the ability to recognize, understand, and manage our own emotions. The other day, I was in a toddler room and a child told me, I'm sad because I miss my mommy. And then she went over and found a family photo and looked at it on a cozy pillow. And that right there is showing that she can recognize her own emotions, she understands what they mean, and she has a strategy to cope with them. The other piece of this is being able to recognize, understand, and take perspective on the emotion of others. And a good example of this is when a child was crying because their parent had just dropped them off. A different classmate noticed that she was crying and went to get her favorite stuffed animal from her cubby. So she was noticing how the other child was feeling and using a strategy to help that child overcome a difficult emotion. Now, this ability does not happen overnight. It takes repeated practice and coaching. Now, why is this important? Why is emotional intelligence important? Research tells us that it increases a child's self-worth, cooperation, and communication, and decreases conflict. It also impacts all future relationships in and out of the family and is the greatest predictor of school success. So it's very, very essential to your child succeeding in school and in life. Now we're going to talk about some strategies for how you can help raise an emotionally intelligent child, especially while you're spending so much time with them at home. Now, first, we want to recognize negative emotions as a way to connect. Once we understand that children have a hard time controlling their emotions because of how their brains are imbalanced, we are more able to stay compassionate, loving, and kind in the moment because we know that that's what children need. We communicate empathy and understanding by tentatively reflecting our child's emotions. So we do this by using words like it sounds like and it seems. We don't want to assume that we know for sure. We might not quite understand why our child is acting out so emotionally. So we use our language and facial expressions to help them figure it out. It sounds like you're frustrated. Is there anything I can do to help? Then pause and wait for your child to answer. You seem so angry right now. Is it because Sophie took your toy? Your child might say no. They might say yes. It's not our job in this moment to assume we understand. It's our job to listen and wait for our child to help us understand. So the pause is essential. Next, we're going to help our child label their emotions. Once children can recognize and label their emotions, they're more able to manage them. So, for example, we can say, I sense that you're getting angry, or it sounds like you're feeling worried. We want our children to be able to connect that uneasy feeling they have in their bodies that's building and turn it into words. Then we're going to describe the problem simply from our child's point of view. It sounds like you're feeling worried because dad hasn't come home yet. You're helping your child put the puzzle pieces together. We want to be mindful to accept any corrections from the child. A couple days ago, I said to a child, "You're upset because I asked you to put your toys away, and I was totally convinced that this was true." And she responded, "No, I'm upset because I bumped my head." So it's not our job to assume or correct them. We can take it as face value, respond, "Oh, you're upset because you bumped your head. Now I understand." And then last, we want to show that we're available to help them. Use some sort of connection. That's usually the most helpful thing, by offering a hug, reading a book, or looking out the window. Third, we're going to set and enforce limits. We want our child to understand that all emotions are acceptable, but all behaviors are not. So we might say something like, "It's okay to be mad, but it's not okay to hit." Or, "I understand you're upset, but I can't let you throw your toys. It's not safe." Or, "You can be upset about it, but we still need to get in the car and go." If your child's acting out physically, you might have to stop the behavior. We do this by remaining firm and calm in the moment. So you might have to block your child's hand from hitting you, or take their blocks away if they're not using them safely. You might have to move them to a safe space away from others. But we really want our children to know that we are in charge. It's our job to keep them safe. And we do this by preventing them from doing unsafe things. And then the last step is to coach your child. If your child is calm, you can brainstorm alternate solutions. This is a little bit easier with some older children. What do you think you can do to feel better? What else might you try? In the example I gave earlier, the child might know that her family picture makes her feel better and go get that. She might want to snuggle with her favorite stuffed animal. So by asking them the question, you're empowering them to make the decision on their own. If your child is upset because they can't do something, they want something they can't have, you can ask, "What else can you try?" Maybe if they can't reach something, they'll decide to get a chair to stand on. That's practicing problem solving. Maybe if they've been whining, they might think to use their regular voice. But when our child is upset, we want to offer consistent coping strategies. You might offer them a pillow for them to hit, a ball to throw. Maybe you can coach them through taking deep breaths or counting to 10. But the more we offer strategies like this to them, the more likely they're going to be able to think of them and then use them themselves. So thank you for taking the time to listen. We at Alphabet and the Nest are here for you. Please keep in touch with teachers and classmates. As you know, we're offering a lot of virtual learning opportunities and regular check-ins, and hopefully you've found some of our ideas for activities helpful. So take care, keep in touch, and talk soon. Bye.